DCVS Hill Bruce Miller is not the controlling president. According to Barr in 2009, the reinstate of the ban on assault weapons runs to counter Second Amendment, which protects the right to lawfully keep and bear arms. The Supreme Court ruled in DCVS Hiller that the Second Amendment protects an individual's right to keep and bear arms primarily for self-defense. The court sent a clear message that incremental steps to erode the Second Amendment are unacceptable. Next, Heller recently redefined the Second Amendment individual right to possess and carry weapons and was affirmed 2 years later in McDonald versus City of Chicago, applying the individual right to bear arms to all 50 states. According to Mahalko 2012, U.S. Second Amendment policy was recently redefined by the Supreme Court. Heller Justice Scalia reasoned that Second Amendment guarantees the individual right to possess and carry weapons in case of confrontation. Only 2 years later, Heller was affirmed and the Second Amendment was incorporated against the states as an individual right in McDonald. McDonald incorporated the individual right to keep and bear arms established in Heller to all 50 states. The court ultimately determining that the right to keep and bear arms among those fundamental rights necessary to our system or order liberty. Next, condition 2, self-defense. Guns can be used to stop acts of evil in the name of self-defense. Gross Chair of July 26, 2012. There are evils in this world. Right to arm self-defense has history of protecting us from those evils. It can protect abolitionists. Right to bear arms protect freedmen from KKK. Arms protect civil rights workers. Armed self-defense protect LGBT community. Protects mothers and daughters from rapists, robbers, and families from home invaders. Guns are used 1.5 million times a year, defending good people from bad people. Next, assault weapons defend against terrorists. According to Faber 2004, gun control proponents deny that average citizen can or should take action to stop terrorists. There are several examples of armed citizens armed with assault weapons who protect themselves and their neighborhoods. Shooting at the EL ticket counter at Los Angeles International Airport illustrates the effective use of firearms against terrorist-style attacks. Next, condition 3, ban is ineffective. Ban is ineffective for 5 reasons. According to Legal Community Against Violence 2005, the federal ban was a victim of numerous compromises, unfortunate regulatory decisions, and exploitations by the gun industry. The definition of assault weapons required each weapon to have 2 military features. ATF uses a test requiring only one specific military feature. The law only bans assault weapons after the effective date of the act. And many firearms manufacturers redesign their assault weapons to skirt the ban, cost for authorization. And the provision of the law banning copies or duplicates was intended to prevent manufacturers from releasing the new names, and the ATF has not enforced the provision, and the law contains a sunset provision. For these reasons, please vote for
Crossfire.
Time begins now.
Up to the front. Go. Ask a question.
If the terrorist is pointing gun at you, we want gun to respond back to the authority.
Yes, we would, because then if they have an assault weapon and you have an assault weapon, you have the right to protect yourself and the possibility, and you can at least have a chance to protect yourself fully and prevent them from hurting you. So we said that the law only bans the guns that are after the date of the act, and manufacturers redesign the firearms as for the organization. So how do you respond? So that actually the ban actually doesn't help. So what do you respond to that?
Well, actually, if the federal ban crime increases, so it is effective.
You said after the ban? So that means because the ban was lifted, then that means it's after it, so that's why the ban the homicide rates decreased. Is that what you mean?
When there have a federal ban, like the homicide rate decreases. So it also means that ban is effective.
Okay, your turn to ask.
Okay. According to you, is that 1.5 million people are self-defending, like without firing bullet?
Yes. From.
But all guns, but like that 1.5 million is not all guns in general, like not specifically about assault weapons.
But
how will you respond to that?
But it says guns are used, so that means even though it's in general, it still means guns, and assault weapons are also guns. So that means that a section of the 1.5 million times a year protected good people from bad people is it's also including using assault weapons as protection.
Like assault weapon, maybe assault weapon possibility is like 1%, but it's not.
But that is just an assumption. You don't exactly know if it has only 1%. It may be like much more than that. So
do you have some evidence?
It only says that guns are used and it can help because as it says like protect free men from like criminal violence and KKK, they might use like assault weapons and like to protect themselves.
Like do you have any evidence that mass killer that killed a common people?
That we talked